There you go.
So many, many years ago, I was going out with this girl, and maybe 3 or 4 dates into us hanging out, we'd gone to the keg, and I always carried a briefcase with me. Always carried a briefcase with me. And I used to dress up fancy because I grew up working on a boat. And I was fucking covered in blood, covered in guts, covered in just nasty shit all the time. So during school, I'd like to dress nice. I was always wearing Helly Hansen and bullshit. So I had a briefcase. I was going to the keg with her. And my youngest brother had walked into the room one day and he put on my Angry Birds belt, wearing only a diaper. And then he was so proud and he showed me. I was like, hell yeah, Georgie. And then he ran out of my room. And then when I was on the date with this girl, I had no fucking belt because of that. So I was walking to the keg, one hand holding her hand, one hand on my briefcase, and my fucking knee pants fell to my knees. And I was wearing Angry Birds underwear. So then a few dates go by later, and we come back to my place, and we're cuddling. We're sitting there in bed together, having a really nice time. And she said, by the way, what's in your briefcase? And completely deadpan, I said, my gun. And she jumped out of the bed, rushed over to the briefcase and ripped it open, only to find half of a 3-day-old egg sandwich. Never ask a woman her weight, a trans person their dead name, a liberal about police abolition, an Argentinian why their grandpa speaks German, or a settler colonist what they think of indigenous rights. I've been on the res so long, I typed in auntie on Facebook Messenger and wondered why my auntie's name didn't come up. Natives can survive off of 5 things: Pepsi, spaghetti, traditional foods, fried meats, and gossip. The other day, I was at a Palestinian event, and there was some gorgeous lady. No idea who she was, and I made eye contact with her. I was like, holy fuck, she's pretty. Oh my goodness. And then she started walking towards me, and I was like, oh shit. Oh fuck. And I was like, oh my god, her eyebrows are fucking immaculate. And I was looking at her, and she was still coming towards me. I was like, oh fuck, she's coming over here. And then I thought she was coming to talk to my friend because my friend had a high visibility vest on. She had a high vis vest on. I was like, oh, they work together, they do stuff. She's just going to talk to him. And then she came right up to me and it's like, oh, hey. And I was like, oh my God. It was fucking so weird. I want to be so tan that people look at me and assume I have smoked fish in my pocket. I'm so fucking dumb. Being reckless and entertaining when I was younger was my entire personality. When I was younger, people thought I did a lot of drugs, but I didn't. I'm just nuts. I've had 24 Facebook bans. I've been banned from Tinder for an environmental photo that got reported for politics. I've been denied entry to my high school. I've been banned from Earls. And I booked my flight to Vietnam without applying for a visa. I've been kicked out of school, kicked out of Starbucks, kicked out of a nightclub, kicked out of a pub, kicked off of the beach twice, and kicked out of a library. But not for causing any problems. And that's a struggle because, like, I'm a writer, so it's like, getting kicked out of places is great writing, but all of those stories are fucking terrible. When I got my first 30-day Facebook ban, I made a second Facebook account. I named it Jackie Knopf. And I continued to wreak havoc and continued to cause shit. So I continued getting banned again and again and again. And the next time I got a 30-day ban, I had forgotten the password to that second account. So I made a new account, and I named it Goku's Left Testicle. But I kept fucking around and bullying yahoos, so that got reported. And then Facebook was like, hey, you fucking shithead, we know that's not your name. Fucking change it. You're full of shit. So I did. I changed it from Goku's left testicle to Goku's right testicle. I went to trade school, college, and university. I spent 4.5 years in post-secondary. But every time I go see to a movie, the cashier says to me, enjoy the movie. And I say, you too. So I'm living proof that you can send a man to college, but you can't make him think. 6 native problems on the res. Cheekbones so high that they hang up phone calls. Half of the people on the res being related to you, so you can't fool around with anybody. Capitalism, patriarchy, lack of accessible childcare, severely limiting capacity for employment, and slow Wi-Fi. When it comes to flirting, natives have no chill. They waste no time at all. They say, "What are you doing? Come over." They're so powerful at implying. It's like they're saying, "Hello, you should come over and we should sleep together." How do natives manage to cram so much intimacy in so few words? Sometimes they don't even say hi. They'll just tell you they're in your proximity. When I lived in the city, sometimes people would message me and say, "I'm in the same city." Whoever came up with this should be a writer. It's as if they filled half of a romance novel into one sentence. They're so good at implying. They're about as discreet as an oak tree springing up in the middle of a highway. What are you doing? What are you doing is what you say to your dog. What are you doing is what you say to your toddler in the other room when you think they're drawing on their wall because they're suspiciously quiet. I don't know why native guys say this so much, but like, there's entire phrases that come before that. I have a lot of dirty material that I'm not going to perform because my mom is sitting right here.
Do it anyways.
Do it.
Hi, Mom. Love you so much. My side of the story.
Okay. So, I had a friend from Kitisu, and this is not to start any problems with anybody from Kitisu. But natives and white folks and other people flirt very differently. I had a white lady, she was flirting with me. She said, "You're beautiful inside and out," and she put her hand on top of mine and held my hand hostage, and I was just crushed with intimacy. It was wonderful. And then the native friend from Kitisu flirted with me. And I was watching Better Call Saul. It was really intense. This old guy, old washed up mercenary, had gone through so much stuff. So many things had been gone with him. So many terrible things, so much trauma. And then a particularly bad thing happened, and he was walking home and he got jumped. There was 4 or 5 guys. He beat up 1 or 2 of them and then he escaped. He was okay. And then more shit happened. So he got fucking wasted. And then he go back to pick a fight. Went to go deal with this in the most malicious, terrible way. Instead of working through what he was going through, he said, "Fuck it, violence." So he went back to the guys and he got shit kicked. And then the guy pulls out a knife and the screen cuts to black. And then I looked down from the TV, and the friend from Kitisu had sent me a photo of their butthole. And they said, Kitisu girls are kind of wild. And I didn't know what to say because nobody had ever sent me a picture of their butthole before. So I said goodnight.
Probably was an ugly butthole.
I don't have a frame of reference because I don't have many other butthole photos to compare.
Oh, come on.
One way to know when you're a true auntie is when you can diffuse any situation by going, "Knock it off! Don't be like that! Don't be a prick! You're being just like your dad!" In my village, you can see I do not have any muscles whatsoever. And I have to wear dress shirts that are not white because otherwise I look like a waiter. And I was in the pub in my village, and there was a blonde lady, and she started bossing me around because she thought I was a waiter. She started telling me what to do, and I didn't care. I started helping her. I got her ice and brought it upstairs for her. But if I was pissed off, I could have roasted her so bad. Could have been like, "Your people committed colonization and genocide because you're unwilling to get your own ice." Fucking blonde-ass Gumpshua. Who are you? Whose land are you on? I don't even work here. Fuck. but I just helped her and got her ice. If you want to simulate being native, you can get within swinging distance of a cop and his frat boy cop buddies when nobody's around and tell him you shacked up with his wife. You can play hide and go seek with the security guards at Walmart. You can have a foreign-owned mine set up in your living room, then relocate you and your family's residence to the Marianas Trench. You can give away all your money and use further money to help your family and do untold amounts of domestic labor, and then have people ask why you get everything for free. Or you can eat 30 Taco Bell chicken wings to simulate lactose intolerance. If you have a partner and you went to the all native without shacking up with anybody or even getting a hickey, holy fuck, you're loyal. Ethics like the ancestors, hey? You should run for council. I'd vote for you. What do you get when you put 16 white folks together? One full Cherokee. If you live in Canada and you still dress up as a native this Halloween, you have to earn it. You have to give up your clean drinking water for a month, get maced by a cop, and then get shit kicked by a tough res lady. Hell yeah. 2 of my sisters were roasting me. Well, we were roasting each other, but I didn't want to be harsh because I was the oldest. And my sister said I have a Saskatchewan bum because my butt is long and flat like Saskatchewan. She said, I don't even have a bum, I just have a lower back. During a work excursion to Hackeye, my coworkers and we had a fire. A friend asked another friend what kind of hot dog wiener she would like. The options were some European style, natural, or organic. She said, I'll take organic, I like go natural. I said, you wouldn't like my booty then. I got big butt implants after getting jealous of the male rugby players. In all honesty, my ass is so small I don't have an ass, just a butthole with a pair of legs. I was tired of having a Hank Hill ass, so I got a booty surgery. I looked the surgeon dead in the eye and told him if I don't look like a Pixar mom, I'm gonna ask my money back. 12 hours later of intricate, careful butt enhancement, I went in and got my commercial driver's license for this dump truck ass. Watch out, rugby players, I've got it, and I'm gonna flaunt it. I'm gonna shake what the surgeons gave me. None of you better say anything to my doctor. My 3 favorite things to eat: steak, various fried meat, and sleeping pills. And I'm a young person in Canada. I don't have a primary doctor. Ever since I started growing my hair, I've been getting more res. My school doesn't have Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi doesn't reach my bed. I ran out of data. Been keeping in touch with family more. Not much food in my fridge. And loving but real miserable lately. I better get a haircut before I get any more res. If I get any more res, I'm gonna get assaulted by RCMP for no reason, lose my clean water, get a pipeline built to my house, then get knocked out by a tough res auntie because she mistook me for somebody who wronged one of her family members. I was at natives fucking joke about everything all the time. There's never a wrong time to be joking, not even during a funeral.
Because we're cousins, we're family, we're love.
Always joking, always having a good time, keeping it light, keep it nice. And I was at my classmate's funeral, and there was a bunch of joking going on. I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if I should open with a joke during the funeral. And I was checking the mood, and it seemed light, and it seemed good. I said, fuck it, I should joke. And I did. And the auntie and the mom laughed the hardest, so I was really happy with how it went. And with a lot of stuff, there's a little bit of natives taking it really freaking seriously when they're speaking the language. Because so few people can speak it. So when it was time to speak for the funeral, I opened pretending to be real serious, and I went, pretending like it was a prayer, and I went, Yo lase stokwa, pilo kloklaklayo. In my language, that means, hello, how are you? It's sunny outside. Kenesha here and I, we went to school together, the EA program over here. Program was really beautiful. There's about 20 of us. And my brother Tihaj, we learned how to say thank you in Squamish, I think. You say Osiam, but it was always so serious when they would say it at events and stuff. After every speech, Osiam, but it was so freaking serious. And then one day we're in the mall, and a lady with a huge booty walked by, and my brother Tihaj went, Osiam. When I was waiting for the bus, 2 transit police stopped me and talked to me. They said I matched the description of the woman they were looking for. So if anybody needs me, I'll be fighting 6 men, a dragon, and a minotaur with my bare hands in an attempt to restore my masculinity. One of my goals with stand-up is to do so well and get so well known that women look at me if they would look at the same way as the 6'8" Ryan Gosling. When women have too many guys flirting with them, they discreetly post more and more about zodiac signs to push those fucking idiot guys away without them noticing, to get them to stop bothering them. When you tell a hot person, a rich person, or a powerful person no, you're doing God's work. In that EA program that I mentioned, we had this one old white guy, and we would tease him so much. All the time we're teasing him. Our class, we joke about fooling around, we joking about all kinds of stuff. And then he fucked up his back one day. And we asked him if he hurt his back fooling around with his wife. Oh, he was bashful, it was awesome. Last year when I was in Vietnam, I got in the elevator to my friend's place. I looked up, and the elevator brand was Hitachi. I immediately posted, you know what Hitachi makes other than heavy-duty orgasm machines? Heavy-duty lifting people to their apartment machines. I'm lactose intolerant, so when I have dairy, my insides become a gastrointestinal death waterfall of health fire. And if Kevin O'Leary and a cup of milk were falling off a bridge and I could only save one, I would choose the milk. Thank you.
Keep it going for Alex. Is this your water?
That's not water.
How long you been doing comedy?
I've performed 6 times now.
6 times? Yeah. So this is how Granny's Corner, when I started, I told you guys I named it Granny's Corner. I just